Good evening. Welcome to Republic TV. Viewers, India's most barbaric murder, gruesome deaths of the murder of the Bangladeshi MP, Mohammad Anwarul Azim Anar, has now come to light. As we're telling you about these details, the chilling details that have carried out and have raised serious concerns about law and order in the state of West Bengal. The MP brutally murdered, dismembered, his body parts disposed of across Kolkata. The alleged perpetrator, Jihad Havaldar, is a butcher, an illegal immigrant from Bangladesh who has been living in Mumbai. Mamata Banerjee's government looking and questioning from the BJP, maintaining law and order is a question. Are the authorities doing enough to protect citizens? Another question. First, take a look at this report.
Murdered, butchered, dismembered. These are the chilling details revealed in Bangladeshi MP's murder case. Bangladeshi MP Anwarul Azim Anar was murdered by Jihad Havaldar, a butcher in Bangladesh, and was living in Mumbai for a long time. He arrived in Kolkata 2 months back. Havaldar was hired by Anar's friend Akhtaruzzman, a US citizen in whose rented accommodation he was murdered. This CCTV footage shows two people believed to have murdered the MP living in the apartment in Kolkata's New Town. Police had found blood stains in this apartment while searching for the leader. The CCTV footage shows that the trolley bag, which as per the police contained the dismembered body parts of the murdered MP. These details emerged after the police arrested the butcher Havaldar, who was allegedly hired for the killing. As per the investigation, the MP's body was skinned in the flat and the flesh was minced to destroy identity of Awar's body. The bones were broken into pieces and packed in several plastic packets. The killers then traveled to different parts of Kolkata using different modes of transport and disposed the packets. Havaldar has confessed that he and 4 other Bangladeshi nationals smothered and killed the MP in Kolkata's New Town. BJP leaders are now raising questions over the law and order situation under Mamata Banerjee's government.
আপনারা শুনেছেন বাংলাদেশে একজন এমপি এখানে ট্রিটমেন্ট করতে এসেছেন, তিনিও খুন হয়ে গেছেন পশ্চিমবাংলায় কার সুরক্ষা আছে? দেশি বিদেশি, স্ত্রী পুরুষ, গরিব ধনী, শহর গ্রাম, কোথাও সুরক্ষা নাই। সেটা বারবার প্রমাণ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। সাধারণ মানুষ এটা বিচার করুন।
Day in and day out, the law and order situation in Bengal is being questioned. And this incident has raised concerns of illegal immigrants and national security. Is Mamata Banerjee losing full control over West Bengal?
I have with me guests now, Shatarupa, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us, and Anirban Banerjee, political analyst who's pro-TMC. The only question, this is the most gruesome crime. A person is minced, the foreign national's body in that bag that we are showing you on the screen. The US-based Bangladeshi's is the murderer. These are gory details that are coming out on Republic TV. Anirban Banerjee, the law and order situation in Bengal being questioned by the BJP, but also the support to Bangladeshi infiltrators. I'm just going to see what Anirban is possibly not able to hear me. Shatrupa, law and order situation in Bengal has been questioned by the BJP, but the question of illegal immigrants also needs to be addressed here.
Yeah, it is the composite picture. All over India, especially in the 2 borders, we have a very long international border with Bangladesh and people from Pakistan also. They come happily, they love coming over to India, especially West Bengal. It's almost like going to a maternal house, where maternal uncle's house. I'm sorry. So it's like you go to a place where you're safe and you have nothing to do except enjoy life. That is exactly the sentiment of these infiltrators. This is exactly the statement of the criminals who come. This is one very horrible, gory details are coming out of the person being skinned and then chopped and then distributed all over. There was very recently another incident which happened. They had also come from the Bombay western side of India. and they had traveled all over. They were happily touring all over West Bengal. And then they were discovered after some 4-5 months. So this is something this is not the first time. And there's a clear message going out from the West Bengal government under Mamata Banerjee that come one, come all, come and do your murder, come and do your bad things, and sin to your heart's content. The Bengal government will have nothing to say. West Bengal government will give you protection as long as we can.
I also want to, before I go across to Anirban, and if he can hear me, tell you the details of India's most barbaric murder here. Havaldar was hired by a US-based Bangladeshi citizen in whose rented accommodation he was murdered. The CCTV footage shows two people. In fact, I'd like that on the screen once again, the bag in which his minced body was kept, the way it was trying to be disposed of. It's chilling, the details, how he was skinned, how he was butchered by a butcher. The CCTV footage, and I'm going to ask my director to play that. Yes, the trolley bag that is showing, as per the police, containing the dismembered body parts of the murdered MP. The exclusive footage of the trolley bag, this consists of the Bangladeshi MP's dismembered body parts. This is alleged after he was allegedly hired for the killing. The butcher Havaldar was hired. The MP's body was first skinned in the flat, and we're going to be reporting from that area very soon. The flesh was minced to destroy the identity of Anwar's body. It was deskinned, bones were cut, flesh was minced. Minced body parts were kept in the polypacks, and it is this bag in which it was trying to be taken and disposed of. Anirban Banerjee, even the most pro-TMC people, analysts cannot say that this is not something in a law and order situation that needs to be monitored, and also the stand of the Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal on illegal infiltration and immigrants who cross over.
Exactly, I completely agree with you that we must look into this matter in a very logical and substantive way. In this case, if there were illegal immigrants, which there were, of course, a couple of them at least, they crossed an international border, which, as far as my knowledge goes, is supposed to be manned by the BSF, which is controlled by Mr. Amit Shah. If they let these infiltrators in, I think you should directly question Mr. Amit Shah. Number two, a foreign MP, a member of parliament from a neighboring country, visits India, and that is not possible without the union government, the particular department being informed beforehand. They have to be informed. In this case as well, they must have been informed. The Central Intelligence Bureau was supposed to track the movement of this particular MP, which they failed to do. And there were 6 or 7 other people
how this becomes
who had
state versus
Bangladesh
center,
passports,
but no real answers on the support to illegal infiltrators and immigrants in Bengal? Is this really something that slugfest that we need to get into when a foreign diplomat has been killed in Bengal?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking you, Shataripa, about how the political slugfest in the center versus state argument is being given by Anirban.
Absolutely, I completely agree that this is becoming an international issue because often Bangladeshis do come and their politicians also come, and they come, they're definitely welcome, they come. This gentleman had come for treatment. And I'm sure the central government was aware. In fact, it is the central government which began looking for this man when he became missing for over some 5-6 days. They didn't. The family didn't complain to the West Bengal government. They complained to the Bangladesh High Commission complained to the central government. But it is because the central government was always on the lookout for this man. And you see, he did not wander around. This gentleman, the Bangladeshi MP, had come for treatment. He was staying at a hotel. So these were two places that obviously this man was under very strict vigilance, I'm sure. But this, I don't think the West Bengal government can completely put on. I mean, they keep on doing this. In fact, that is why I smiled when Anirban mentioned BSF and the international border. You must understand that BSF, when recently the parliament wanted the jurisdiction of BSF to be increased to some more 15 kilometers, it was the West Bengal government who kept on shouting names, and this is Mamata Banerjee, who keeps on abusing Indian Army. She thinks BSF are only there to, do all sorts of nuisance on the border. She has absolutely no respect for armed forces. When even Rajnath Singh, in his capacity as defense minister, went and spoke to her and pleaded with her to give more land for fencing, I'm sure you know, some 7,000 kilometers of the international border is still unfenced because West Bengal government refuses to give land to put up normal fences, the international fences, fencing as it were. So it's all very fine. I don't think where anybody, I don't know about Anirban, but I am definitely not in the mood to get into a slugfest where this kind of a butchering can take place in West Bengal. West Bengal also happens to be mine. So I'm not getting into a slugfest here. I'm just appalled at the way the numerous situations, instances have happened, and the West Bengal government has turned a blind eye. And like Anirban keeps saying, they keep on turning it to the central government. One has to pull up your source. I'm not saying that Mamata Banerjee has called this man and has invited him to do the murder, but I am saying that somewhere a message is going across all over India. That's how I started. A message is going across all over India and all international terrorists that come here, all one and all, like we invite people for festivals. Please come, one and all, come. This is a very safe haven. Nothing will happen to you. We will turn a blind eye. And you can carry on.
That's exactly what Shatarupa Anirban needs to answer. Anirban, as per the probe, the MP's body was skinned in the flat. The flesh was minced to destroy the identity of his body. Are you really telling me you're going to talk about center-state relations here and not realize that there's an influx of Bangladeshi infiltration and support to them from the TMC?
Okay, the man who butchered the body used to live in Mumbai. I think that is a city which is located in Maharashtra, not West Bengal, and Maharashtra is governed by the BJP. And when the international borders, we are talking about international borders. Sorry?
The crime and the crime scene was in West Bengal, Anirban.
That is true. That is true. The crime scene was in West Bengal and West Bengal is in India. Now, if you want to play a blame game, let's go about by the facts. It was the CID West Bengal who nabbed these murderers at the border. The BSF let them in, the CID caught them. They have found out who were behind this thing, this Gori murder, and some of the conspirators, they came in via flight with valid passports. They stayed here, went around the country. They were part of this crime. They again went back to Bangladesh. Nobody cared about intercepting them. And forget about the particular infiltrator. He lived in Mumbai for, I don't know, even months or years. The person who butchered this body lived in Maharashtra and Mumbai. He is an illegal immigrant. What did the Maharashtra Mumbai police do? What did the BJP government there say about this particular thing? You are only concentrating about
I just want to ask you about the Mamata Banerjee stand on illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. Can you just answer that? And then, of course, the points you are raising, I will be asking Shatarupa. What is Mamata Banerjee's stand on illegal immigration from Bangladesh? Simple question.
Illegal immigration from any country, not just Bangladesh, from any country has to be stopped, and that is the responsibility of the union government. No state government can do anything about that. There has been illegal immigration all over the northeastern part of our country. From Myanmar in Manipur, so many people have been moving in and out with weapons. That is the allegation that the people there are raising against the state government as well as the union government.
No, but I have heard about a lot of illegal infiltration and the number rising of illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, which is changing the demography of West Bengal, Shatarupa. I ask you, is this something that should not be stopped? Is this politics that is being played only to try and appease even now the illegal infiltration and immigrants from Bangladesh?
We have to look at this whole situation, if you talk about immigrants, over the last 50 years, of which 34 years has been CPM government. And before Anirban begins rejoicing, let me tell you that I have always believed that CPM it has trained, or rather has produced its best student in Mamata Banerjee. So when CPM used to invite immigrants from Bangladesh and say that please come and vote for us, and never gave them a citizenship status. Mamata Banerjee took it to a different level. When she was in the opposition, if you remember, she had thrown papers saying that NRC is a must. Now suddenly they're imagining that the NRC is going to happen, and they're up against us, up against the central government. We have gotten a very simple, very straightforward app, which is called the Citizenship Amendment app, where we are asking people who have sought refuge in India since 1951 to register and make sure that no papers are going to be asked from you. Register. So once we know that who are the citizens, we're not going to throw away anybody, but we will be able to identify the infiltrators. This kind of a step, which is taken by the central government, is not only not accepted, she's up against arms and up against us in arms, and she's spreading lies about the fact that you will cease to be a citizen of India, you will cease to be this, and you've seen the amount of lies that she's doing. All this tantamounts to the fact that Islamic and this kind of infiltrators consider West Bengal to be an absolute safe haven. They can come and do whatever they want to do. Yes, there has been infiltration all over India, and that is why we are taking such a huge step. Infiltration cannot be allowed, but the governments on the border also have to help the central government. No, they want to take cudgels against the central government. This is not done.
How are you looking at CAA? Because this is something that has to be addressed now, Anirban. Mamata Banerjee has termed it a divisional tactic to partition Bengal, to give proper people who have proper documents. Citizenship is a divisional political game.
Regarding CAA, CAA has got nothing to do with the issue at hand that we are discussing right now. But since it has been brought up, I must say that the India Alliance as well as Trinamool Congress is going to scrap CAA once it comes to power, because it is not an act that is going to grant anyone a citizenship, at least in West Bengal. The people, the BJP has been targeting as their vote bank, the Motua community especially. All of them have got voter cards, Aadhaar cards, ration cards. You name the document you require for a person to be citizen of a country, and they have it. Why are you telling them that they are not citizens of this country? You are going to first take away, snatch their citizenship away, and then you are going to tell them that vote for BJP.
I want you to reply, and I also want to give you one fact here, because we've been debating the CAA, the Rohingyas, the illegal infiltrations, and the support that Rohingyas are enjoying from the government of West Bengal, that human traffickers that are used as a safe passage into the country for illegal immigrants with Rohingya origins, the NI says are maximum from West Bengal.
Can you play a footage from West Bengal where you can show lakhs of Rohingyas living in West Bengal, a single footage?
There was a crackdown of 44 people in Bengal in a national crackdown that was done earlier, which showed how the NI said we are trying to dismantle the illegal human trafficking networks involving infiltrations and settlement of illegal migrants from across the India-Bangladesh border, Anirban. This is the NI statement. I am not stating this.
Great. Show us some footage that thousands of Rohingyas are living in West Bengal illegally. Please show us some footage.
Shatarupa?
So I am not responsible for footage. That Republic will show. Anirban has a way of turning things around. No, but as far as immigrants are concerned, what was your original question? Because that went. What was your original question to me?
Illegal immigration continues to be a problem in India. The Supreme Court has spoken on it. We're speaking and seeing the infiltration of Bangladeshis in Bengal, and we're seeing the support they're enjoying by the Mamata government. Shatarupa, the question really is, if this continues, then India's most barbaric crime like this one will continue to be held on the soil, and accountability for law and order also needs to be taken by the Mamata government.
Absolutely. You see, Anirban mentioned the India Alliance and said India Alliance and Trinamool. So maybe while we are at it, he should clarify the stand of Trinamool, whether they're in the alliance or whether they're out of the alliance or whether they're outside and supporting from outside. It's a very confusing statement.
They're firmly within the alliance.
Whatever India Alliance does or doesn't do really doesn't concern the nation, because they're not coming to power. As far as we are concerned, central government, BJP is concerned, we've been all the time trying to solve this issue. That is why the app has been brought into force. And yes, I agree with Anwarul that there are plenty of documents so far. We have a passport, we have a driving license, we have a Aadhaar card, we have a ration card, which is given to people who are residents of India. I agree. That is why the Citizenship Amendment Act has come in. If the citizenship was already there, then it would not be required to bring an amendment act. This is entirely directed, again, for the 100th time I'm telling Anirban and the rest of the audience, that this has been made in an attempt to ensure that the people who have sought refuge in India, in Bharat, for the sake of three reasons: for their own safety, for the safety of their own religion, and for the safety of their property.
All
if
right.
these three reasons they are complying, then they will please.
And even as this is going to be seen, yes, Shatrupa, even as this is going to be seen as a political thing, the chilling details about how the body was deskinned, the bones cut and flesh minced, is clearly showing how barbaric a crime it was. I thank you and Anwarul for being with us on the Versus today. Viewers, as we continue trying to report and get you investigative details about what really happened, the big question is how this crime was uncovered, how they stayed there, and how exactly was the Bangladeshi MP dismembered, minced, skinned and killed. Thank you for being with us on the Versus today.